A Shopify order looks simple to the customer, but behind the scenes it touches e-commerce, ERP, warehouse execution, inventory, accounting, and customer communication. In this video we follow one Dubai e-commerce order from checkout, through NetSuite, into the WMS, and back to Shopify with tracking. Here is the order we will follow. Aisha Al-Mansari places a paid direct-to-consumer order from Dubai Marina at 9:14 a.m. The order contains sparkling water and mango juice, has 5% VAT, and needs to ship from Dubai DC1. To the customer this is one purchase. Operationally, it becomes a multi-system transaction. The same order now lives in three worlds. Shopify owns the storefront experience, catalog, cart, checkout, payment, and customer status. NetSuite becomes the system of record, customer, sales order, tax, inventory, fulfillment, invoice, and GL. The WMS owns physical reality, bins, waves, picks, packs, ships, and scanner confirmations. The architecture is a clean handoff. Shopify creates demand. A connector imports and validates the order. NetSuite creates the sales order and commits inventory. The WMS receives the warehouse work, picks, packs, and ships. Then confirmation, tracking, and stock availability flow back towards Shopify. Inside the integration layer, most failures are caught or created. The connector matches the customer, maps each Shopify SKU to a NetSuite item, maps taxes, shipping, discounts, location, and payment references, and checks duplicate orders. The safest item key is normally the exact SKU, not the product title. After validation, NetSuite creates the sales order. In our example, SO10482 stores the Shopify reference, customer, delivery address, items, location, VAT, payment details, and total value. The status pending fulfillment is the handoff signal. It tells the warehouse that the commercial order is valid and ready for execution. Inventory is where many e-commerce projects get risky. On hand is what the warehouse physically has. Committed is stock already reserved for open orders. Available is what can still be promised. Shopify should normally receive available, not on hand. If Shopify receives on hand, it may keep selling stock that NetSuite has already committed. When the order is released to the WMS, the work becomes physical. The picker scans the bin to confirm the location, scans the item to confirm the SKU, and confirms the quantity. These validations remove guesswork. If the picker cannot find the stock, the WMS records an exception instead of silently completing the task. Ship confirm is the moment warehouse activity gets its financial twin. NetSuite creates the item fulfillment. The goods leave inventory, so inventory asset goes down. Cost of goods sold goes up by the same amount. The core entry is debit cost of goods sold and credit inventory asset. After shipping, the loop closes back to the customer. The WMS sends carrier, package, and tracking details to NetSuite. The connector sends fulfillment status and tracking back to Shopify. Shopify marks the order fulfilled, attaches the tracking link, and triggers the customer shipping email. This status map is useful for support teams. At checkout, Shopify is paid but unfulfilled. After connector sync, NetSuite has a sales order pending fulfillment. After wave release, the WMS has an open pick task. After ship confirm, NetSuite posts fulfillment. After the final sync, Shopify shows fulfilled with tracking. In real implementations, the same 5 issues appear again and again. SKU mismatches. Wrong inventory number synced to Shopify. Invoice timing that does not respect actual shipment. Tax and payment mapping errors. And timing gaps between webhooks, batches, fraud holds, and warehouse release. These are usually configuration and governance problems, not platform defects. If you remember one principle, remember this. Information flows from the storefront toward the warehouse. Confirmations flow from the warehouse back to the customer. Every physical action has a financial twin. Checkout creates demand, NetSuite validates and commits, the WMS executes, ship confirm posts, and tracking closes the loop. For the next step, use this flow as a checklist in your own implementation. Comment flow if you want the one-page map. Then review your SKU governance, inventory sync rule, payment reconciliation, fulfillment timing, and exception process before going live. Before the flow starts, keep 3 questions in mind. Which GL accounts move when the warehouse confirms shipment? Which inventory quantity should sync back to Shopify? And what is the most common reason a Shopify order fails before it becomes a NetSuite sales order? We will answer all 3 at the end. Here are the answers. When shipment is confirmed, cost of goods sold increases and inventory asset decreases. The inventory quantity that should normally sync to Shopify is available. And the most common order creation failure is SKU mismatch between Shopify and NetSuite. That is the complete Shopify to NetSuite to WMS flow.